Okay, welcome back to my channel, everyone. So I did a Ranger Products haul and I blame their email for this one. They had a brand new ink they released. They have like 62 colors and they added this one now. It's called Rustic Wilderness. I already did a video on this. It's very pretty, perfect for Christmas green color. But because of that email, I bought a few things, and one of them was I stumbled across these Distress crayons, and I was kind of curious. I didn't even know these existed. Like, I know they have paints and inks and embossing material. They even have markers that all follow, like they have the same color names, so they're all similar looking. But I found these crayons and I thought this would be kind of interesting because I just bought Neo colors, which are fun. They're crayons, pastel crayons that you can use for backgrounds and base colors. So I wanted to try these out and see what these were about. So you can buy them open stock. You see here I got 3: Blueprint Sketch, Chipped Sapphire, and Broken China. Now the open stock ones are $2.49 each. And then they also have these kits. They each come with 6 colors, and this is kit number 5. And the kits are $12.99, so obviously you are getting them cheaper if you buy them in the kits. I made sure not to overlap colors. And this one had a bunch of pastel colors, so I thought that would be fun to try. But I thought I would swatch them out, and we could kind of do like a first impressions of what I think, and then I also wanted to compare them to the actual inks and see how close in color they are to the Distress inks. So here I printed out a brand new one. You can get this printable free of charge on their website. And I'm going to, let's get these out. So in my kit, I have spun sugar, tumbled glass, dried marigold, cracked pistachio, frayed burlap, and shaded lilac. So yeah, let's kind of swatch these and see what they're all about and what they're like. I'll zoom you guys in. Okay. So let's start with spun sugar. So the cool things about these are they are the crayon, and see this color end here, you twist that. Oh, this one's not working. There we go. You twist that and it'll just keep coming out. So don't think like that's all the color you get there. But let's see, spun sugar. I'm actually, ooh, these are soft. Very soft. So I'll just put that there, and then I want to kind of drag it with the water, because these are supposed to be more like a watercolor thing. But let's see how they turn out. They are very, very soft though. Let's see. Tumbled Glass. It's gonna get us over here. These are actually softer than Neo colors, I would say. Yeah, very soft and creamy. Shaded lilac. It's right there. Dried marigold. I know is up here somewhere. Oops, this one needs to come out. I am curious how close these are to the actual colors of the inks. Cracked pistachio. It's right there. I need to pull that one out also. Yeah, definitely softer than the Neo colors, but Neo colors are not the same thing as these crayons, so FYI. Frayed burlap. Looks like we're all the way down here. Okay, let's get into my open stock ones. Chipped sapphire. It's right there. I'm going to try. Ooh, that one's super soft. I'm barely touching the paper, and that's coming out like that. Yeah, like no pressure required. Blueprint sketch. That one is right there. So yeah, these are very soft and creamy. Right, broken china. It's right here. I can't get over how soft those are. So these will last a long time because you barely press down on them. Okay, so I'm just using my no-name brand water brushes. I'll link them in the description below, but I can't even remember the name brand. They worked great for me so far. I think we'll start with spun sugar and just see how these work out. I have no idea how much water these things need. It's a pretty color though. And then once they dry, I would love to compare them to the ink, because just like with any water soluble, can't talk today, you do have to wait for things to dry. Okay, so dried marigold. But these might be fun, you know. Neocolors are very vibrant, and so maybe if you wanted something a little more muted and more watercolor, these would be good. But look how smooth those come out. I'm not having to sit there and pat it with my finger like my Neocolors. Okay, let's do this cracked pistachio. You do, of course, want to wipe off your brush, like with anything water soluble, unless you want to transfer it. That's a very pretty little teal color. Doesn't seem like these need a ton of water. All right, tumbled glass. And here's the thing, I don't know, because I haven't tested these enough, obviously, I just got them. I don't know, like, if you need to be kind of like with Neocolors, you know, where you color is where the color's staying. They do drag out pretty well, but I have a feeling these are going to be more like Neocolors where you just need to do that whole area. In fact, let's try that. Where's broken china? Let's fill in this whole little box. Let's see what it's like. Oh, I gotta wipe this off. They definitely smooth out. Oh yeah. So I'm thinking this is how you need to use them, just like Neocolors. Where you put them down is where they go, but look at that color. And they don't come out streaky. So that is pretty impressive. I might end up having to go back over the other ones. So real quick, let's fill these in then. Again, like, these take no pressure at all to put down. They are incredibly soft. Okay. That's a very pretty one too. I don't think I have Blueprint Sketch. Yeah, I don't have the ink for that one yet because, unfortunately, it's always out of stock. All right, chipped sapphire. Let me go back and add to that one now that we know these are probably meant. Let me add to the shaded lilac too. And I'm not sure if these get reactivated if you go back on top of them with another color, but their description did say that you could put inks and other stuff on top. So I don't know. I have to get into that more. This isn't a review. This is just kind of like a first impressions. You know, what are these things? Because I had never even heard of them. But I'll do a review later with like more facts and stuff. That's a very pretty one. Yeah, these blend out really well. I'm actually really impressed. Let's make sure I'm still on camera. My computer's going off with notifications. I really hope my camera mic isn't picking that up. I'm sorry if it is. Forgot to mute it. That's a pretty color. Yeah, so it definitely looks like these have to be just like Neo colors. You need to fill in where you color. At least if you want the full vibrancy of the color. You could totally, excuse me, do what I did at the top and bring it across. I just think you're not going to get that same effect. But they're very smooth when they come out. Let's see. These ones are actually dry. So, for these top ones, like here is, I don't want to lay this too close because those bottom ones are wet, but let's see if I can bring this down. Okay, so spun sugar from the Distress Crayon and spun sugar with the ink. They are pretty close. And this one is pretty dry. So, dried marigold. Now that one is really off. I wonder if you guys can see that. Let me zoom out a tiny bit just so. Okay. Dried marigold in the crayon is a lot orangier than the dried marigold ink. So that's interesting. Cracked pistachio. Those ones are definitely close. Tumbled glass. That one's dry. So here is tumbled glass. And there. So those are pretty close also. Broken china. Okay, so here's broken china in Distress Ink. Here's broken china. And it's a little, this one's a little bit more blue. I don't have the blueprint sketch, so we can't really compare. But chipped sapphire, they're both a really nice dark blue. This one's still wet though, so it might lighten up. Then shaded lilac. It's right here. That one's still wet. And see, here's the shaded lilac on that. They're not too far off. And I don't have frayed burlap, but either way, it's kind of interesting. So most of them are pretty close to their ink counterpart, except this dried marigold. This one is not very close at all, so that's interesting. But yeah, these are just first impressions. Like I said, so this set here of 6, which they come in kits, and again, I bought kit number 5. This one is $12.99 right now, and then these open stock ones are $2.49. And let's see, on the back, it says, Distress crayons are formulated to achieve vibrant coloring effects on porous surfaces for mixed media. The smooth, water-reactive pigments are ideal for creating backgrounds, watercoloring, and more. You color directly on the surface and blend with water, and then you can layer with distress inks or stains for more possibilities. So, I mean, these would be awesome for background work or even putting down like a base coat, you know, if you don't want to use your distress inks. Only thing is, these are water activated, so they are going to warp your paper, and you know, you'll have that effect, whereas, you know, the distress inks go down and they don't warp the paper at all. So, always something to consider. But overall, I was actually pretty impressed with all these, you know. I'd probably end up buying them open stock, to be honest, instead of these kits. While you're getting the better deal in the kit, the open stock lets me kind of pick and choose what colors I actually want. So like these blues, the whole purpose of buying these was I thought that would be a good gradient for a background. These pastel ones I kind of just thought were cute colors. But it would have been better like if I bought some different pinks and purples for galaxy backgrounds and whatnot. So yeah, I would probably myself end up sticking to open stock. I did take a look at all the kits and a lot of them had colors that I didn't want. So that was why I stuck to this one. But either way, I'm waiting to see if they have better deals for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and I might start collecting these because these are pretty nifty and they're not markers and they're not ink pads, so they're not going to dry out. Like my Distress inks, you know, you have to re-ink. The Distress markers I used to buy, but they would dry out too quickly, so I stopped buying them. But these are kind of like my Neo colors. They're gonna last for a while as long as I, you know, don't stick them next to something hot and let them melt. But if you guys have these Distress crayons, and if you know a little bit more about them, let me know. I will do an actual review on these later. So this is just first impressions. I'm going to do some backgrounds and kind of play around with them a while. And then I'll circle back around with a full review. But I'd love to know what you guys think of these and how you use them. And if you use these with the actual inks, let me know how that works out. I'm kind of curious how well they blend, if you can like ink on top and whatnot. But thank you guys so much for watching. I feel like this is going to be the week of Distress ink or Distress products, but it was just because I went on that shopping spree. And I have a whole bunch of haul videos this month just because I bought a whole bunch of stuff. So I blame all the holiday sales and emails. I'm bad. Click on it and I'm like, I must buy. But if you did not see my little video, it's super quick. I don't even think it's 5 minutes on this brand new color. Check it out. They just released it and it is perfect for Christmas. And with the way they are running out of stock, I would snag it now. I don't get paid, by the way, to do any of these. I pay for my own money, full price, unless I have a coupon. But yeah, they didn't pay me to like promote any of these, by the way. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope to catch you soon with a review or maybe a color along. We'll see. But until then, take care.